applause, please, for the President, together with our friends from SteelAsia, from the DTI, and from our local government unit, along with the Development Bank of the Philippines. At this juncture, the President will now be touring the Compostela plant, and he will be briefed by SteelAsia's Chairman and CEO, Mr. Benjamin Yao, and Mr. Juancho de los Santos, head of SteelAsia's manufacturing. Ladies and gentlemen, the President is now at the pulpit and is about to press the ceremonial button, which will formally signal the start of the operations in the Compostela plant. And the President is now at the pulpit and about to press the buzzer, and with that, this signifies that the SteelAsia Compostela plant is now in operation! Mabuhay ang SteelAsia! More importantly, the buzzer sound stands for SteelAsia's continued commitment to raising the bar in reliability, management, and technology. SteelAsia's Compostela plant is the newest, largest, and most modern steel mill here in Compostela, Cebu, with a production capacity of over 1 million tons of rebar annually. It is the latest addition to SteelAsia's 7 steel mills across the country. And today's inauguration symbolizes the company's legacy and continuing faith in the Filipino people. Mabuhay ang Presidente, mabuhay ang SteelAsia. Executive Officer of SteelAsia Manufacturing Corporation, please welcome Mr. Benjamin Yao.
Ladies and gentlemen, maayong hapon. And thank you all for being here today to inaugurate the state-of-the-art rebar rolling mill, which is among the largest and most modern in the world. It is such a privilege that our President has led us in this milestone event for the Philippine steel industry. But the mission of building a Philippine steel industry is unfinished. The Compostela mill is only the first of a series of 6 new mills in SteelAsia's 5-year steel industry development plan. The goal is to build steel self-reliance, replace import dependence, and preserve value and jobs here in the Philippines. There is still much to do. Look above you and see the 10,000 tons of steel columns, beams, and trusses. These are all called sections. SteelAsia's solution is to build more mills to produce these new steel products using the same world-class level of technology as the Compostela mill, so that we will be competitive with any in the world and do so in the greenest way possible.
Each time, going around this entire island, including Camotes, Bantayan, and other islands, you will see the undeniable mark of progress and development, because our mayors, our officials are all leveling up. But we cannot do this alone. We do not have the exclusive capacity to push this province, to push this island, and push this nation forward without the help of the private sector. And my good friend, Mr. Benjamin Yao, I've known you way back when I was serving as Congresswoman. Little did I know then that you would return that friendship by deciding to put your faith in Cebu, to believe in the business environment that we have created for the private sector, for business to flourish. Daghan kaayong salamat sa imong pagtuo sa Sugbo o mga Sugboanon. With this state-of-the-art, first of its kind in the entire country facility, we will surely be able, together, hand in hand, public and private sectors, to level up together so that under the administration of our beloved, hard-working President Bongbong Marcos, together, sama-sama tayo mag-level up at sama-sama tayo to achieve greatness for Cebu, to achieve greatness for our beloved Philippines. Daghan kaayong salamat. Maayong hapon.
Whispering in the ear of our good governor that she is always too kind to me and flattering to me. And I am a little embarrassed by all the kind words that she has to say. I have only the same to say to you, Madam Governor. Thank you very, very much. Governor Gwen Garcia of the province of Cebu, the Special Assistant to the President for Investment and Economic Affairs, Secretary Frederick Go, Compostela Municipality Mayor, Mayor Felijun Quino, and of course, the proponent of this very impressive and extremely important development that we are opening here today, the SteelAsia Manufacturing Corporation Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Benjamin Yao. And the DBP Chairman Philip Lu, and my fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ang ating mga bagong napasok dito sa napakagandang planta ninyo, the new workers who will be the ones operating this very modern and high-tech plant. Apparently, it is a state-of-the-art technology that we are using, and that is precisely the kind of things that we will be doing. It just goes to show that the Filipino worker is equal to any worker anywhere in the world at anything. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am excited to join everyone here for the inauguration of the SteelAsia Manufacturing Corporation's newest rebar mill, the Compostela Works. There is so much to be excited about. Steel is the backbone of many industries. Many industries depend on steel for their further development. In 1979, my father launched a strategic plan to develop 11 major industrial projects. This included copper, phosphate, petrochem, and steel, amongst others. Economic and political challenges have derailed our dreams of fully developing the steel industry. But today we mark an important milestone in our goal of building and reviving our steel industry as we inaugurate SteelAsia's Compostela Works. Once the Compostela Works becomes fully operational, it will have an annual production capacity of 1 million tons of rebar, making it the country's largest steel plant. What is even more exciting is that this is just one import dependence and to be a mother industry to the manufacturing sector. Apart from that, it also supports this administration's flagship Build Better More program that seeks to spur industrial growth and infrastructure development. We must thank SteelAsia Manufacturing Corporation for bringing this state-of-the-art steel plant to fruition, and more importantly, for bringing meaningful employment to the 300 personnel in this plant. This does not yet include the 1,500 jobs that it will generate in the local community. For nearly 6 decades, you have been a formidable player in our country's steel industry. Over 70% of all infrastructure, housing, power, industrial, and other office developments in the country use SteelAsia rebar. It signifies your indispensable role in our socio-economic transformation. With SteelAsia's increased manufacturing capacity of 3 million tons annually, you will also solidify our position in the global market. I would like to temper, however, this celebration that we are enjoying today with an important note that the government and private sector has to do more to develop the industry further. At present, the Philippines is the only member state in ASEAN without its own integrated steel mill. Thus, there is limited production of certain steel products as the country still imports basic raw materials. The Compostela Works is one step forward in building a more sustainable and highly linked steel industry. To support our social and economic growth, I encourage everyone to work with us in addressing the remaining supply chain gaps in the steel industry. I invite all stakeholders to pursue more investments aimed at reducing, if not eliminating, the limited raw materials situation. We certainly recognize that much needs to be done towards achieving a reliable supply chain that will give birth to a new and integrated manufacturing industry. So I call on the Department of Trade and Industry, as lead, along with the Department of Energy and other agencies and stakeholders, to resolve the industry's concerns regarding high power and logistics costs, which make up the bulk of its production plant's inputs. So I look forward to the formulation and submission of a concrete and feasible plan to improve our steel trade balance over the next years. In consultation with industry players, I urge the DTI to update the iron and steel roadmap to ensure its continued stability and relevance amidst domestic and global challenges and trends. Let this inauguration attest to this administration's unwavering commitment to invest in our people, in our nation, and our future. By localizing the production of basic steel products, we contribute to the generation of more inclusive and sustainable opportunities, the diversification of our steel industry, and the stability of our economy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the era of a bagong Pilipinas, a nation full of high hopes, an economy that promises a bright future, and the people driven by the burning passion to excel, to succeed. Just like steel, we Filipinos are innately strong, resilient, and indomitable. So let us work together for a more globally competitive, prosperous, innovative, and empowered bagong Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang industriyang Pilipino, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po at magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.